you want a shortcut to professional sounding leads, pads, atmospheres, and heavy bass sounds for your techno and melodic house productions? Then the new, ready-to-play DIVA preset pack Circle Volume 2 is for you. Available now on productionmusiclive.com.
What's up guys, welcome back to the Sound Design channel. My name is La and today we're going to look at making a bass in the style of Lane 8, in particular his track called The Rope. Let's have a little listen. Cool, so yeah, it's a really nice, thick, rhythmical bass, very groovy, sounds very retro. So let's have a look at the MIDI before we look at the sound design. So all that we're doing is we're in the C major scale and we're just working our way down the scale, actually down to the next octave. So we're playing the D here in the next octave below and then working back up and just repeating that C all the way through. And the pattern or the rhythm that we're playing is eighth notes. So you can see here we're on eighth notes and we're just filling those squares. Another thing to note is that the progression is starting a little bit early. Well, the next part of the progression is starting a little bit early. So rather than it being directly on the grid like this, there's a little bit of the pattern is starting a bit early. Not on this one, but it is on this one, and then on this one as well. It just gives it a little bit a bit of edge, I guess. Cool. So let's recreate the sound. We'll just duplicate the channel. So we've got the MIDI. We'll turn this one off. And we'll keep this sidechain on and the kick playing at the same time because it is a big part of the sound. There's quite a heavy sidechain going on with the sound, I noticed with this track, and it's actually like helping a lot with the sound design. So we'll go to DIVA here. The preset that I worked from is this Atmos pluck from Bound to Divide, the Melodic House pack. It's through PML. And I did change it a little bit. The actual Atmos pluck preset is very wide and it has quite a bit of reverb on, so I needed to change that to make it a bit more mono-compatible and it's more suitable for a low bass. So we're going to go to presets, we're going to go to templates, and we're going to go to, we could choose Dupe 6. From here, we need to change some of the modules around. So we're going to change this to Dual VCO Eco. And then we're going to change this one to analog and this one to analog as well. So what we want to do from here, looking at the oscillators, is we want two sawtooths. So there's a sawtooth here and a sawtooth here. We're going to have one of them which is really loud, which we already have. And then this one is going to be around here. So this is going to be our sub. This is going to be our lower mids. So for the sub, we're going to have this all the way down on 32. For the lower mids, we're going to have this on 16. Bring the cutoff down. Put it in mono and let's have a listen. We'll let the kick play as well. Okay, so we're kind of close, but we don't have the stabbiness from the sound that we want. It's also a little bit quiet. But what we need to sort out first is that stabbiness. So bring the cutoff down until you're just hearing that sub. Okay, nice. Bring the key tracking up as well. Just going to make it open up a little bit as we work up the scale. And then with the envelopes here, we're going to bring the sustain down, bring the release up, bring the decay down a little bit, just a little, we're at like 45. But then the real stabbiness comes from this second envelope here. So we bring this across, bring this decay down. And there we go. Maybe a little bit much, we'll come down a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of stereo information to it. So what we do is we just put this on 6 voices, put this on stacked by 2, and then with the pan mod, we're going to put it to stack index. So it's essentially going to pan the sound depending on the amount of stacks that you have on the sound. And we're going to do this a little bit, don't go too far with this. There we go. Come down a little bit. It sounds really nice. If you go really far, it sounds great, but it's gonna make the bass completely unmono-compatible. So when it gets played into bad speakers or phone speakers or whatever, it's not gonna sound that great. It sounds really great in your headphones though. But anyway, push this down. There we go. The detune is happening a little bit here, so we're just going to reset that. just to make it a little bit more consistent, essentially. But that is the sound, essentially. We don't need to do much else. You could add a little bit of chorus if you wanted to, but that's also going to push it further into the stereo field. If you're ever worried about this, like pushing something too far into the stereo field, because there is a little bit of a compromise here, like it sounds really nice, but you're going to lose a little bit. It's good to get things like the Ozone Imager. There's a free Ozone Imager you can get, and it will tell you, I think this is the free one, or maybe this one is. So let's try this one. Yeah, this is the free one. So you can go grab this and it will tell you how wide your bass is. So let's have a look. So yeah, we're still nice and mono here. If this drops down to 0 or less, it means that the bass is too wide, and there's a fine line there. But you're going to notice with all these basses that I've been showing, they do have a bit of stereo information there. So it's good to involve that in your bass, because it really does add a lot of warmth to the bass. Yeah, nice. Alright guys, that is it. If you want the preset, the Atmos Pluck, just make sure you head to the link in the description. It's the Melodic House preset pack by Bound to Divide for DIVA. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and leave a comment. Also subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any more of our content. Thank you very much guys, I'll catch you in the next one.
Do you want a shortcut to professional sounding leads, pads, atmospheres, and heavy bass sounds for your techno and melodic house productions? Then the new, ready-to-play DIVA preset pack Circle Volume 2 is for you. Packed with 100 interesting and analog sounding patches that will make your tracks sound great right from the start. The Circle Volume 2 DIVA preset pack comes with 100 accompanying MIDI files and a dedicated techno loop pack. Click the link to listen to the demos and check the bundles on the page. Available now on productionmusiclive.com.